nothing. I mean, they got a lot in return. I think it's a deal that's going to really help them down the road.
Ball, no good. And Atlanta calls their first time out of the game. And Christian Wood, undrafted in 2015 out of UNLV. Wait a minute, that's your alma mater. Hey, talk about his game. What do you like about Christian Wood's game?
Well, first I'll start with he went to UNLV. He's long, he's lean. I think he really fits the modern NBA as a small ball center. Able to hold his own on the glass and space the floor.
And Collins has got the ball here for Atlanta. Here's Young, and he gets the bucket.
And having to respect Young's deep range defensively. It's hard to close off the lane.
And here is Ball. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. Nets passing it around. Thompson for the triple. The shot off that time. And it's the Hawks taking it the other way. And Herter gets it to go.
You just can't leave anyone open around Young. He's very capable of spotting his uncovered teammates.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thompson. Here's Young. Bamba with the block. And they're able to recover. They get the rebound.
Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
The drive by Mitchell. Chalk up 2 there.
My goodness, how do you guard against that? Mitchell tremendous at just getting through the contact.
Bamba with the block. And as it goes out of bounds, Atlanta able to keep the ball here. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Young drives in. The wide open look here for Wood. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Greg, you've always said to have a winning team, you need franchise players. Talk about the specific qualities you look for in those superstars that can catapult a team to greatness.
It's a great question, Kevin. Talent really isn't enough. You know, whether you lead vocally or by example, the agenda has to be winning. And your best players really define who your team is going to be. So the franchise caliber player is a much needed asset. And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open. And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Here's Thompson following the basket by Trae Young. Klay Thompson, and that's good.
Well, there's a certain precision to what Klay Thompson does. How about the release on that 3?
Here's Young. He's someone who's a factor on any given night, averaging more than 22 points a game. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
I briefly spoke with Nate McMillan. He talked about Klay Thompson and his tendency to go nuclear at any given moment. Coach said he had 37 in that one quarter, and he can do that anytime he's on the court. If he hits a few in a row, we need to foul, call timeouts, do something to cool him off. They won't be taking any chances with Klay tonight. Guys?
Thank you, David. And there's the foul. It'll go on Christian Wood. That is his first foul of the game. Pass to Bamba. Again, the Nets for 2.
Well, the decision-making getting better with more repetition. Mo Bamba starting to feel out the defense.
Now Collins. minute 20 left in the first quarter. Lobbed up there for Collins. Comes out of the gate empty. He's 0 for 1.
It's all about the defense right there. Without that level of activity, he probably scores it.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
What a play.
I tell you what, did he take off on that one? Not many players can elevate it and literally fly. What a special talent, and it's plays like that that remind me just how amazing these athletes are in the NBA.
Thompson surveying the floor. Stolen by Collins. Shot to stop the run. And Bamba pulls it down.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of
How high was Donovan Mitchell? How pretty was that dunk? My goodness.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock.
Well, there's an unpredictability to his offensive game. He is always keeping the defense off balance.
Bamba wide open, and he fires. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
And the shot goes in.
Maybe not the most explosive athlete, but Young's jumper stretches defense, which gives him more room to get by his man.
Bamba's shot is off. Here's Rush. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the Nets, what do you think?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
What terrific work at the offensive end. They have built some early momentum here.
Wow, hammering it in!
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
It's tough to hide your communications. Teams go to great lengths to try to do it, but sometimes to no avail.
Tipped away and stolen by Graham. Pass to Monk. Hunter with it and stolen by Jordan. Here's Trent driving the lane. It's deflected. Hunter, no one around him. That falls. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich. Hunter's got his first 3 points of the game. Here's Trent. Latrey Fall with the rebound. Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. And the three ball is good.
Yeah, clearly a defensive lapse there. He is automatic from deep if you're going to leave him that wide open. Big time mistake.
Bledsoe with it. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Hayward outside. Will it go? Rebound, Atlanta. It's a 2-point differential. Guys, we've seen some excellent offensive output.
Yeah, great momentum for them offensively.
Here's Fall. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Hayward from outside. Drills it from outside. Hayward's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Trent can't hit. And so Graham will bring it up for Atlanta. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. Pass to Fall. And Jordan sends it back.
Boy, the wingspan of DeAndre Jordan. This guy sends it back with a message.
And it's in there. And the Nets lead by 1.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
And Bogdanovich throws it down.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
It reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
And so it looks like the Hawks will retain possession here. Now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter of basketball. And that one's good. Hunter.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Now here's ball. Mitchell wide open. Off target from three-point range.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
A shot by Reddish, no good. You know, Greg, when you were in New York, you were on a super team of sorts. Compare that to the super teams they're forming now in the NBA.
Oh, we've always had super teams. And this misnomer that this is something that's just come about with this era is, to me, absurd. You've always had it. Whether the difference nowadays is I think the players have more say in where they go. And they can orchestrate how a team is constructed. But it's always existed. And the reality is this. You become a super team when you win a lot.
Sure.
And that's what really dictates how super your team is.
And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. Young with the steal. And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession.
That's miscommunication, and we rarely see that happen.
1:10 left in the first half. Now ball. He's got 5. Porter in the corner. Thompson inside. Left side, ball. Over Young. Reddish grabs the rebound.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
Thompson outside. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. Thompson's got 6.
Well, to me, it's critical that Mitchell continue to focus on hitting the guys who are open. We know he can score the ball.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Young drives in. Lets it go from deep. Hits it from three-point range. Young's got it all tied up now for the Hawks.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Tie game in Atlanta. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Unable to get the ball in bounds, they get called for the 5-second violation. They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
Boy, that's the last thing they needed. This game too close to be making those kinds of errors.
Pass to Wood. An easy 2 points on the layup. He's got 5.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. The drive by Mitchell. Outside ball. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. Bamba's shot is off. The Hawks leading to the wing on the left. Here's Young, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Young's got 15 points.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Thompson from long range. Back to Ball. Pass to Bamba. And here is Ball. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Nailed from three-point land.
That Thompson's so quick to pull the trigger. As soon as the ball hits his hands, he is ready to fire.
Tries the spin move.
I tell you, he's playing the game with pure excitement right now.
He capped off that dunk with some serious hang time on the rim. Pass to Bamba. There's Porter with the three. And the Nets, another three.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
To the middle. Here's Wood. And that one is off. The Nets go the other way with it. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Greg, how special was it for you that you had your number 50 retired at UNLV?
You know, that's something I can honestly say. As a kid, you dream about a lot of things. Winning, you know, playing at the highest levels. That's something I never really fathomed, is to have your jersey hanging up in an arena. That was a surreal moment, a really cool moment, and it was awesome to be able to share it with my family and friends.
And people probably don't know that you grew up in Las Vegas, so it was probably doubly special, wasn't it?
Exactly. Born and raised.
Out to the right wing. Bamba. No good with the triple. And so it's Young who brings it up for Atlanta. Outside Collins. Pass to Wood. A shot, no good. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. Thompson from long range. Sinks the three-pointer. Thompson's got 6 in the quarter.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Down low. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. The drive by Mitchell. A beautiful reverse layup. Now it's a 5-point Nets lead.
This is Mitchell at his absolute best. Driving, attacking, putting all the pressure on the defense.
Both teams will make substitutions. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Pass to Fall. And there's the call on Gordon Hayward. That is his first foul of the game. We've got 1:23 left here in the third quarter. And stolen by Hayward.
Moving the ball is certainly important, but forcing passes like that is simply bad basketball.
Outside for Bledsoe. And the Nets, another three.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Stolen by Bledsoe. Here's Trent. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. To the paint. Here's Jordan. That's tipped. And he recovers it. And he's able to get it back. They shoot again. Atlanta with the rebound. It's Bogdanovich on the wing.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And it's Bledsoe off the drive. Going inside. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
You know, of late, Gordon Hayward has now started to play the game with an edge, and I love his ability to get to the bucket and make the defense foul him. The way he's shooting free throws tonight, you simply don't want to put him there.
Here's Fall. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room. The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Nets leading by 10. And here's Bledsoe driving to the basket. To the inside. In the corner, it's Hayward. 6 to shoot. Here's Jordan to the wing right side. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Brooklyn.
They keep piling up the assists, and they haven't cooled off at all.
You know, something else we've seen them doing tonight is getting the long ball to drop. Big points coming from 3-point range right now.
Here's Curry. Pass to Trent. A shot by Hayward, wide open. And it's Hayward again missing. The Hawks trailed by 10. And Young, here we go. And Jordan sends it back. Here's Trent. Atlanta with the rebound.
Boy, this guy just can't buy a bucket, and yet they have the advantage.
Young's shot is good.
And this is Young at his very best. Once he gets a few to fall, boy, watch out.
Bledsoe looking it over. Jordan the screen. Stolen. Young with the ball. Eric Bledsoe covering.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone. Wow, how about the leaping ability of Gordon Hayward? He's showing some mad hops.
He had 6 points from long range in the first half, but nothing's fallen here since.
There's a screen by Collins. Pass to Young. Lets the 3 fly. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Becoming a true force on the offensive glass. Love how hard Collins goes after those second chance opportunities.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, during that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Brooklyn's head coach said to the team. He told them, look, we're in a good spot. The one thing I want you guys to do, stay in the moment. Don't look ahead. Stay in the moment and compete. Kevin, we'll see if they can keep focused.
Young with the ball. Picked up by Thompson. Here's Reddish. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one on Thompson.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
He's perfect from the line this time. Down the stretch of last season, Greg, we saw some teams resting healthy players even ones out of the playoff hunt. And they got fined. But is the amount, which I think is about $25,000, is that enough to discourage that tactic?
You know, I don't think it is. Not when team revenues are measured in the hundreds of millions. You got to do more to keep them honest. But by the same token, you know, if I got $100, $200 million invested in a guy, I want to protect my investment. And so if I can rest them here or there and prolong their career, I think my organization's all the better for it.
Pass to Mitchell. Into the lane. No good on that one. And it's the Hawks taking it the other way. Young from outside. The Hawks again can't hit.
Just a cold shooting night. Needs to try to make it into the basket.
Ball with it. He's picked up by Collins. Pass to Porter. Mitchell right side. 4 on the clock. Mitchell is double. And it's ball in the corner. Here's Young. Klay Thompson grabs the miss.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk.
The Hawks trail by 12.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for the Nets.
Well, I think the attitude was very impressive. Definitely a competitive game, and they fought through it each step of the way.
Absolutely. They put on a tremendous performance in terms of the effort and intensity. This was a well-deserved win.
And this will make it 41 victories for them on the year.
And they've taken control of the season series. This brings them to 2-0 with 1 game left against this squad.
And a great team effort tonight, helped in large part with contributions, and the nice night it ended up being for Mohamed Bamba.
Boy, this guy played with some swagger and intensity on the boards tonight, dominating the physical aspect of the game.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Young.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
But a really good read on his part, being disruptive at the defensive end right now.
Bamba sets a screen. Here's Mitchell. Second chance shot. And it's ball in the corner. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Second shot opportunity. And Mitchell with the nice bucket inside. And the Nets lead by 14.
Spirited performance. You love to get this kind of win, especially on the road.
You've got to be able to block out all distractions in enemy territory. This team did a tremendous job staying focused on the task at hand.
Thompson with it. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one.